What's up, fam? Extraordinary Life with Elijah, and you're watching this video on Sunday, July 28th, 2024 at 10:50 a.m. MST. So this week, I think my extra is the body of Christ at large, the church, and I am the ordinary. So back in 2021, I was going around visiting lots of different bodies, searching for family, my people, where the gifts that I have, I can release freely and that they're accepted and treasured, valued. So I was going around to a lot of different families of faith to learn who are all the families of faith in Bozeman. That's where I was back in 2021. I'll see where I'm at here in 2024. But as I traveled around, I think one of the awesome aspects that I received from the body overall is an increased awareness and understanding of the heart of fellowship. And so this is super raw thought, but sharing it anyway. So this idea of sacrifice in fellowship is so key, is such a challenge to me. I'm just going to read some of this and let it rip, but we're to engage in the sacrifice of fellowship. Hebrews 13 talks about how fellowship is an expression of sacrifice. I'm on this again. It's important that David said, "Shall I offer something to God that cost me nothing?" What does fellowship with God and others cost you by way of sacrifice? What goes up in smoke, as it were, that you no longer get to access? It's the best of your flock, not the lame, blind, and sick, that you invest in order to be with others and God. Fellowship is an expression, an action of sacrifice. Sacrifice is investing through the loss of resource. Sacrifice transfers investment through irrevocable loss. Fellowship is an expression of sacrifice. In your relationship with God, in your relationship with others, what is your sacrifice? What is your best that costs you, that you realize as loss in coming to fellowship with God and man? Man's evaluation of investment is ROI, return on investment. In the kingdom, ROI is the release of income. Fellowship is investing in others through loss. I think it's so key to me in this time period because as I'm searching for family, as I'm searching for my people that I resonate with and that resonate with me, that I think so quickly it can become about church shopping, that you're going around looking for a consumable. And it's so tempting for me to ask, where do I go where I just fit in, and it's just Shangri-La, it's a smorgasbord of spirituality where I get served up everything that I like and I can pick and choose and it doesn't cost me anything, and I just am able to consume what I want and it fits my tastes. It's so tempting. But I think the beautiful thing about God's grace and his conviction by the Spirit in leading me into this is asking the question, where is family? Where is a group of covenant people where I go to take the best of myself, that I invest it in others in fellowship such that I suffer loss, that the best of my life goes up in smoke on behalf of other people, that I value connection with them and investing in their lives in such a way that I bring my best, that it goes up in smoke as loss and never to return, but that it's worth it. I think it's so challenging to me then to think of fellowship and life together from that context. So my challenge, my encouragement to you is that as you engage in fellowship as you go before God in a sacrifice of praise, that you offer up your body before Him as living sacrifice to Him. What is it that you're giving to God, that it's the release of income, that it's no longer coming back to you and you don't have access to it anymore? How are you engaging in fellowship with others and with God from that context? Sacrifice is investing in others through loss. If you subscribe to what I am doing, hit the button, hit it, and then get it. Hit the bell as well so that you get notified with the new content. And if you loved this video, you didn't just like it, hit the thumbs down button. I pray blessing on our lives together. I love you guys lots, and I'll see you in the next video, which starts now. Yep. God works all things together for our good. And I think I'm learning that these in-between times, these interim side conversations are often the most meaningful thing for me in these videos. To have the aside is so interesting. Something I'm discovering through this process. But I think just the process of resting in God's timing, all of the things that are in me that I want to create by way of creative context in these videos, and the fullest expression of Extraordinary Life with Elijah, that are put on pause for this season just due to the busyness of life and all the things that I have surrounding. But it's constraining it to these quick, somewhat stripped down videos of the things that the fullness of that are in my heart and mind. It's an interesting learning process. That Jesus knew his destiny, that Mary, his mother, when she came back and found him at the temple talking with the Pharisees and had concerned Mary and Joseph, that Mary said, why did you do this to us? Like, why did you run off? And Jesus said, did you not know that I would be in my Father's house? But that she said, no, you need to come with us now. And that Jesus went home and made himself obedient to his mother and father. That awareness of destiny is not necessarily the approval to pursue it in its fullness. That God works all things in his time. Kind of undergoing that process. It's interesting. What's up, fam? Extraordinary Life with Elijah. And this week, I'm not sure who is my extra and what I'm made as the ordinary. It's kind of complex. But I think the world in general is my extra, and I am the ordinary.